when is the right time to build a team and to add infrastructure into your online business. In this special Saturday edition of the Client by Client podcast, I'm going to talk about everything you need to know about when's the right time to build a team. Hey, what's up? Jeremy here from whatupjeremy.com, back with another episode of Client by Client. Thank you so much for tuning in today. For those who are watching live, no episode yesterday. We're renovating this property that we're in right now, and so I'm bringing you a special early Saturday edition, so thanks so much for being here. In the last episode, we talked about what mistakes can easily be made that you must avoid once you've got the money and once you've signed the client. So when you get this right, everything about running your online business, about helping your clients to get results, and about creating lifelong clients just gets easier. So be sure to backtrack one episode so you understand the mistakes to be on the lookout for, so that you can stop making them, and so that your path to lifelong clients gets easier, gets smoother, and happens just by the lead gen and the client acquisition that you currently have going on right now. That all went down in episode 156. Here in today's episode, let's talk about when's the right time to build a team. I know this is on a lot of your guys' radar. This is an ambition for many of you, something that a lot of you guys feel this is the right next thing to do. And so by the end of today's episode, you're gonna understand exactly when is the right time and a few things for you to consider. First, I think that it's appropriate to look at it through the lens of the financials in your online business. Because if you don't get the financials right, the numbers part of your online business, it can be really easy to start getting stretched too thin because you're going from organic marketing and getting clients and getting paid handsomely for it to now also having to manage a team. And when that starts to happen, it can be very easy for your foot to get off of the pedal of what's already working in your marketing, in your client acquisition. And when that happens, revenue tanks, puts you in a spot of scarcity. Now, maybe you have to backtrack with any amount of team that you have added, any other humans that you've brought onto your online business. And those things can get you dejected. It can cause for month after month of diminishing results. And that's exactly what we don't want to happen for you in your online business. So I think that before you even start to consider a team, you have to be at a minimum of $15,000 in your online business. And I would really prefer for the overwhelming majority of you to already be at 30K. That is just 3 clients a month at 10K. That is just 1 to 2 clients and having recurring payments from other clients already coming in and like 1 pay in full. So when you get the numbers game, the financials part of your online business, everything gets easier and everything gets more smooth. And so I think it's really important for you to be at a minimum financial threshold of 15K or above. 30K, you're probably gonna be desperately looking for some team. I would like for you to be at 30K for at least 3 months in a row. Really need it, really have the finances to support it, really be able to have like 3 to 6 months of that person's pay already locked in. So before we even get to talking about here in thing number 1, about who is the right team member to add, it's really important for your financials to be at a certain point so that you have a little bit of cushion. So that if you do get pulled towards managing and training team and doing all these things that may not be your strength, there's a few of you listening right now that this is your strength and running team and delegation and these sorts of things. But for many of you, it's a first time doing it outside of a paying job where you have job security and you have a boss and you have someone else that's taking the hit on any lost time. Thing number 1, be at a minimum of 15K. Hopefully be at 30K and be there for 3 months in a row minimum so that you can confidently add on new members to your team. You can confidently make these promises, for lack of better words, these agreements and this relationship that you're starting with this new person or these new people, and do it from a place of confidence. Second, it's a great time to consider adding team and to start thinking about a team when you have too much admin going on, when you have too much following up with clients, too much, and we're going to talk about that here more in a second. When you have too many of the small things to do that aren't driving sales. Your most important role as the founder, as the CEO in your online business is sales. Sales is the linchpin that everything else hinges upon. It's the small hinge that swings the big doors of your online business. One of my mentors used to say that a whole ton, and that's always stuck with me, that small hinges swing big doors. And one of those hinges, especially as you're starting, is the sales and the client acquisition piece of your online business. It's the lead generation. It is the organic marketing. It's the conversation starting if we really want to get specific and into the weeds. When you get pulled away from those things, you are now getting off of levers and the operations of driving those sales. And so what I would really think about is writing down all day long what you're doing in 15-minute increments. And this is from the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. It's a perfect exercise that you can go through. And anything that is not directly correlated with sales, doing some sort of ranking with the level of difficulty it would take, and then delegating all the things that are the easiest. That might be that you write the email that goes to your list, but you have a team member queue it up. Maybe this is a tech or an implementation role that you might be looking for if that's you. Or maybe you spend the majority of your time, and the easiest thing to outsource is to get a graphic designer helping you with your social media and your organic marketing, or making sure that your organic marketing is happening every day because you're now spending a lot more time with paying clients. So I want for you to look at everything that's going on that's not having an impact on sales or making your clients happy, and start to outsource those things. A lot of you are going to immediately want to start running ads and outsourcing that. And if you have the capital for it, I'm all for it. And you already have clients and your offer is proven, meaning you're at $30K a month minimum, then I'm all for it. I'm on your side and rallying for you to do that. But it's probably not wise to hire the first person that you come across. It's probably not wise to not interview 3 or 4 people. It's probably not wise to bring someone in who's not already doing ads. It's probably not wise to work with someone who's not already in your niche and crushing it and has a proven track record. Take a look at everything that isn't getting you closer to sales, anything that isn't making your clients happier or their experience better, and either start looking at stopping doing that or start looking at what would be the cost to have someone start to outsource that. That could be a virtual assistant, that could be a personal assistant, that could be an executive assistant. These are all semantics for the same thing that come with different pay and different levels of skill set, but you totally might be okay with someone from the Philippines who's a really good VA who can learn on the fly and who can do all these admin tasks, and you just make a Loom video for all the things that you need done the next time that you do it, and you give it to them as a way of getting it done and create a channel of communication for them to let you know when it's done, if they have any questions, and anything that might be holding them back. And so these are going to be more admin style tasks. These are going to be things that you might be really good at, but that drain you or that take away from sales. Those are the first things that I want for you to outsource. And then the next thing is to add on team to your sales. It's not to remove you from that seat. And a lot of you are so eager to get out of that sales seat. And I promise you, no one is going to sell as good as you do. No one is going to sell your stuff as good as you do at this stage. You might need 3 or 4 people to accomplish what you are getting done, or to do it at the level that you are currently at with the amount of care that you are at right now, and then building those people up to actually doing better than you. And really good people who do really good sales and are really good at it, they charge a lot and they're worth it. And so you need to be able to make sure that you still have enough to take home from those sales, and that the numbers all make sense, that you have enough leads for them to close on, because a lot of you are going to go and want to outsource sales. Those salespeople are going to show up and say, okay, where are the leads? Who do I talk to first? And so then you got to look at it and say, dang, lead gen is actually the thing that I need to do more of. And so you're going to bring these people in who are great and hot for sales, but you might not have enough leads to go around. You might not be at a point yet where you can really outsource those things. The second piece to when is it the right time to build a team is when you're spending too much time on admin. That's taking away from sales. Outsource those things that don't impact that, so that you can spend more time there and drive that, and to allow for more resources to come in to your online business. If you've gotten some value up to this point in the episode, be sure to subscribe if you're listening to this in Apple Podcasts, in Spotify, or Google Play. Be sure to give us a like on Facebook, maybe a like or a comment here on YouTube with whatever's standing out to you most. And of course, with any questions that you have, I read and respond to every single one of them. Lastly, thing number 3 for when is the right time to build a team. It's the right time to build a team when you have too many high quality clients in your program. Meaning maybe you had an influx of 5, 10, 15, 30 new clients because the coaching gods have, blessed you, so to say, and endowed you with the responsibility and with the major blessing of helping these brand new high-paying clients out. And so when you have too many high-quality clients, and or you have too many high-quality prospects that you might be losing in the cracks, these are the right times to be looking at bringing people in. When you are drowning with too many one-on-one calls, if you're still delivering one-on-one, or you're drowning with too many group one-on-one lead gen and all of these things, you're being spread too thin. That's going to be the time to tap someone in and to bring them in to help you with that. In fact, a CS role, a customer service role that is making the lives of your clients so much easier and acting as an intermediary when your clients aren't directly in front of you, and fulfilling on any promises that you might be making on your one-on-one calls or on your group calls to make sure that those promises are being fulfilled on. That might be that you promise a worksheet or a training to a new student that you've already done, making sure that that client specialist, that client service manager knows to get that over to them and to fulfill on that. Hey, this is the thing that Jeremy had promised you. Here you go. Let us know if you have any questions. Post in the group. Any emails that are coming in, they are going through and responding to any of them that they have the right responses for, bouncing any of them off of you that they're maybe unsure of, or handling those. And then if they do surface back up, making sure that you're aware of it, or letting you know at the end of the day or the week to make you aware of it, so that if there is a better way of handling it, you can let them know. And instead of you breaking away at many points throughout your day to tell them how to respond to an email, maybe it's just at the end of the day and there's like 5 responses you can go through, give them feedback on, or tell them they're A-okay. And then you build them up to the end of the week saying, hey, we could have handled this one better. This is how I'd like to see this one handled next time. Hey, this one, you totally had the answer. Run with all of those. Let's document this and let's make this part of our process as a procedure. This is totally one that needs to be on my radar. Thank you for sending it. Or that one that you handled probably should have been bounced off of me. Let's just tighten up communication. I'm liking this. We've gone from an hourly to a daily to a weekly cadence now. Let's stick here and let's try to grow to a bi-weekly thing. And now you don't have to know about every customer complaint, every customer issue, every request a customer or client has. You are just in the clue of the important things to know. You are updated at the end of the day or in a certain part of your Slack channel or your team-only Facebook group or whatever it is that you're using, so that you can stay high level in your online business, not get sucked into the weeds, and have someone there to even make the experience in your coaching program that much better. All in all, if there's nothing else you take away from this episode, the absolute right time to bring on a team member is when you have the financial runway for that team member to pay for themselves. And when what they're doing allows for you to either free up enough time to make more money, or their role is directly driving that financial money client acquisition part of your online business, and their role pays for itself. In the next episode of Client by Client, I want to talk about and have a deep conversation around the difference between followers, subscribers, and leads. Let's put some definitions on these things so it stops being so arbitrary and so up for debate, and give you a set of rules that you can live by that helps you look at the lead generation part of your online business with some clarity, but hopefully results in more leads every single day and more clients every single week. Whenever you are ready, here are a couple ways I can help you grow your online business. First, download your free copy of GetBookedCRM. Coaches, are you still managing your leads and pipeline from Instagram DM, Facebook Messenger, your email inbox, LinkedIn mail, whatever the case? You're losing leads in the cracks and leaving a lot of money on the table every single week and month. That's why I created GetBookedCRM. What started out as a free and simple way for me to manage my pipeline and turn my prospects into clients has quickly become a favorite tool of my private students and many members over in the Leverage Coach community. Get leads and turn them into clients in half the time. To download your free copy now, just find me on Instagram or wherever you're getting the show and send me the letters CRM. Second, join my free group for online coaches. I've got coaches from all over the world and business owners all implementing my methods and strategies for starting and growing an online business and getting clients consistently. To get your free invitation now, just find me over on Instagram and send me the word group. Lastly, become my next success story. I'm getting a couple coaches together this month to implement my methods and frameworks for injecting a minimum of $15K worth of new clients or doubling your existing client roster base over the next 30, 60, 90 days. But working with the right people is super important to me. So only respond to this if you are a relationship-focused business owner who always puts the client ahead of the money. You've been working with clients for at least 6 months to a year. You would like to get 3 to 5 new clients organically every month from social media without wasting money and time on paid ads. You have at least 300 friends on a social platform, email list, or Facebook group. You are willing to take bold, inspired action because you know that your success depends upon it. And last but most importantly, you can keep a secret. That's you. I want you to grab your phone right now, give that Instagram app a tap, do a little search and find me at WhatUpJeremy if we're not connected already. Give me a follow, binge on some reels while you're there. And then I want for you to message me the words case study. When you do that, I'll ask you a couple questions about your online business and about your vision for the next 12 months. Then I'll share with you what we have coming up this month in the Get Clients program, how we're already helping students from all over the world with my methods and strategies for getting clients consistently. And we'll also identify what part of the program will likely make the biggest impact on your business the soonest. That way you know what to expect. For all the details now, just find me over on Instagram at WhatUpJeremy and send me the words case study. That's it for this episode of Client by Client. Thank you so much for tuning in. See you in the next one. Cheers. YouTube, thanks so much for being here. Super appreciate you. Drop a comment with your biggest insight and be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell while you're here to get tuned in with all the latest episodes, which you can access right here next to me. Right here next to me, along with the last episode. LinkedIn, share this with your connections and drop an insight. Facebook, give a like. Share with us what stood out to you most and what you're walking away with from today's episode. We're back on Monday with another episode, back with episode 158. See you then. Cheers.